Hello. Welcome to the Sister Series. Is that how we start?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot the hey y'all. Okay. Woo. Okay. I'm editing this, so I will know. Okay. Hey y'all. Welcome back to the Sister Series. I'm Mariah.
And I'm Elise.
We are two sisters by choice, navigating what it means to live and exist and thrive and do all the things as young Black women in today's world. Elise, my love, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm good.
What is this? What is wrong with
I'm good.
you?
Here's the thing. Okay, so So it's the last day of school in my district. The kids
Today, right
no
now?
longer return. I return. The kids don't return. So I was a little overwhelmed. I have to do 2 checkouts. I got to do a checkout virtually, and I have to do a checkout for the year in person next week.
Wait, what
So I
does
was
the
very
checkout entail? What do you have to do? You have to
it's
be
like
like
closing out
doctor?
all portions of my job. Like we go to this building, there's stations. It's literally
No.
the worst day of the year.
Why is this necessary?
And you have to go because there's things like they have to make sure that every document that you basically created for the year is right. Literally, like transportation has to be right. ESY, summer school stuff has to be right.
Oh, man.
Compliance has to be right. Like it's like big things in the SPED world that we have to close out for our campus. So I was overwhelmed with my checkout, but today I'm in a better mood because yesterday I got a very long list of things that I needed to fix for ESY. Today I made a plan after my mental breakdown. I made a plan. We came in today.
You do it. You got to have that mental breakdown.
Oh yeah. First. I said I'll circle back. And so this morning I came in, I put a meeting on the schedule. We met, we cleared up all that stuff. And so now I feel better because I feel like I'm going to go to my checkout prepared. And that's not how I left work yesterday. So, and we also checked out for our part 1. My campus was cleared. Because one thing we don't do is don't be cleared for the end of the year.
Because y'all not about to be out here embarrassing me is what leadership
period. Because I had to tell a homebound teacher the other day, I said, this is a domino effect. When you don't do what you're supposed to do, my teacher can't do what she needs to do, which then makes me not be able to do what I need to do. And when I can't do what I need to do, we got an issue.
And don't be out here making me look crazy.
Or my campus.
That is one of my number one rules in my relationship with my kids. My kids don't follow it all the time because they stay having me look crazy. But don't be out here making me look crazy. Like friends, any of that. Like that is not right.
Yep.
Campuses. Whoever.
Literally that. Like I don't care if you don't do your part, but if your part affects my part, then we have an issue and I'm gonna blow your teams up like I did.
It's too much.
And we got the paperwork we needed by 3:00, and that's all I got to say about that. So yeah, I'm in a great mood. It's a good Thursday.
That. Yeah.
It was stressful, but we're here. How are you? No, we're not passing over it.
I'm good. It's Thursday. It's almost Friday. I unfortunately do not get a summer break, but we have some fun stuff coming up for the summer. My kids are out of school, already doing the most. I have to circle back to that for a whole episode. But yeah, I'm good. Right now, my kids are at track practice with their father, and I love that for me. That little downtime is so necessary. We're a Velcro house. I don't know if we've talked about this, but like the kids follow me. Austin follows me. I love when Austin follows me, though. I love when the kids follow me, too. When they're not, I'm like, what? Are y'all sick? What's happening? But I can get overwhelmed and like touched out and like overstimulated. So I'm like, just give me 5 minutes and 50 feet. And then we can reconvene. But yeah, I'm doing good. I'm enjoying my little break right now.
Period. Love that.
For our new listeners, because I'm sure we have some. Probably not, but anyway. We are going to do a new segment called Mindful Medicine. I think everyone knows we talked about our jobs already. Yes, we had a whole episode.
Yeah.
So I'm in the medical field. I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner. So I felt like I need to start like leveraging, well, I'm not leveraging this platform. I'm sharing some of my knowledge on here with you guys because, sharing is caring. So this segment is called Mindful Medicine. And it's where I'm going to talk to you guys about little pearls that are helpful in life, but related to medicine. So today, I'm going to talk about antibiotics. I don't know if everyone knows this, but they should. So when you get a cough, a cold, a runny nose, a little sore throat, people go to the doctor and they want an antibiotic, right? Because how else do you treat these things? Well, an antibiotic is not always the answer. So most of the time, those are viruses. And there's like 100 million viruses in the world, and antibiotics don't work on viruses. So if your doctor runs some tests and they're like, oh, you're negative for the flu, you're negative for strep, just go home, lay down, drink some water, stay hydrated. Like, that's the right answer. An antibiotic is not going to cure a virus. And if you tell me, like, well, no, one time I had a virus and I had an antibiotic and it made me feel better, it was all in your head, guys. Like, causation, no, what is it called? Correlation does not equal causation. Like, it wasn't the antibiotic. You just happen to be getting better at the same time. So I just wanted to drop that little tidbit before we jumped into our main segment. Antibiotics do not work on viruses, and a cough, cold, runny nose is not always something that you need an antibiotic for. All right.
Yeah, I was sick the other day. I'm jumping in on this. I was sick the other day
And you
and
asked
I
for
didn't
it
have a
bad.
voice. I know, but I got to say this. And I tried to hold off because in my head I already had known like antibiotics don't really deal with viral things.
Yeah.
So I held off on calling the lady, doing a virtual appointment,
Mhm.
and then I stayed sick and I was like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. And so called the lady and she was like, girl, no, you're fine. You don't need no
Who is
antibiotic.
the lady that you
The
called?
the people through my chart, the virtual, I think she was either, I don't know what she was, a doctor, maybe
The
a PA.
provider, a
Was,
provider.
yeah. So she was like, girl, you don't need that. So just wait it out, just like you
Mhm.
said. And I was like, that's good to know that I won't waste another
Yeah.
$45 to have a virtual appointment.
Yeah, I would say if you're not getting better or you start to get worse or you have a fever for more than like 3 to 5 days, that sounds like a good ballpark to me. I would maybe then explore that. But you
Yeah.
can also have viral illness that gives you a fever, but I wouldn't expect you to have a fever for like 10, 12 days.
That
Um,
makes sense.
yeah, so hopefully that's helpful, guys, especially as we enter the summer seasons. I feel like some of this kind of dies down a little bit, like flu season. I don't know about COVID because COVID is doing its own thing.
Hmm.
But I feel like strep is always around. That's bacterial. The flu is a virus. But yeah, you don't need an antibiotic, is the moral of the story. An ear infection. Yes, if your ear is infected, that's where I was going with this. I was like, what all do we test for? If you have an ear infection, you need an antibiotic to help it clear. Some ear infections
Hmm.
will clear on their own. Sometimes you probably have an infection and you don't even know it. But if we know it and we can see it, we're going to give you an antibiotic. Otherwise, you don't need one. Okay, bye.
Period.
That's it. Oh, it's okay. So we're gonna jump into the candid conversation, and it's a little unhinged, but it wouldn't be me if it
Oh
wasn't.
Lord.
I want to know if y'all are like naked home people. Like, do you walk around your house naked or do you have clothes on? And I mean, obviously it's different. Like, well, I don't know. You tell me. I have kids and you have Jared and a dog. So I want to know, what do they see you as at home? And I will
Mm.
tell you what my family sees.
I I am a no pantser. So I will
Okay.
come home and take off pants and I'll typically have on a long shirt and underwear.
Okay.
That's my at home outfit. So most times if I'm on FaceTime or on not here, but
Yeah, but a
if
business mullet.
I probably don't have on pants because I don't want to wear them in my home. I'm not having them on. I don't want them on. That I don't want no restriction. I want to be free and loose and breezy down south. And so when I walk through the door, Jared can tell you because he actually this happened yesterday. Yesterday he goes, "Man, how you change so fast?" I go straight to the room.
I take them off
I
as I enter.
I change out of my entire outfit and I put on a tank top. A long tank top, and sometimes I probably don't have underwear. And that's
So
my
no
life.
sleeves? Does it have to be no sleeves for you?
I would prefer because it's just not I can't walk around, butt naked. I just can't. I mean, I could, but like come on, I got to sit on the couch and stuff. So most times I put on a long tank top and that it covers all the duties and I am enjoy my evening.
Sitting on the couch is wild.
Yeah, you're sitting on your couch butt naked.
I mean, if my butt is clean, yeah, I will.
I mean, it's your couch.
Actually, I don't really sit on my couch. We talked about this. I
Oh, I'm
am a
dead.
in my room girly.
Crying. You see, that's
Uh,
something that I would do in my bed. I would probably like take a shower and go sit.
oh,
I'm clean,
absolutely.
sit on my
Mhm.
bed, but naked. But most times
Yeah.
it's just a longer tank top, and sometimes the tank top ain't long, and that's that.
This is a safe space and it's a candid conversation. Like, I just don't like clothes. And when I'm at home, I want to be free.
Yeah, it's restricting. You think it's a sensory thing?
It probably like for real. I
Yeah,
probably yes. But yeah, I think there's been several times like before I get in the shower, I'm like, oh shoot, I left something in the kitchen. Let me go get it. And the
yeah,
people in the house see me naked. Like
yeah. I mean, I grew up, and it might be TMI. My mom was a naked mom. But she had on underwear and a brassiere. But I
yeah,
mean, I
sometimes.
vividly remember my mom walking through the house.
Yeah.
She probably had to go iron something or
Yeah.
grab something, like you said. I don't think that's no. I don't think that's rare.
It's because like I grew up in like a free house. I don't want to say free household. Like my dad was never a naked dad. That's weird.
Yeah,
Um,
same. Very odd.
like I always saw him in his work clothes. Like when I
Yeah.
saw my dad in pajamas, I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But my mom, like, it was nothing to walk in the room and she had just got out the shower and we were like having a conversation like it was nothing. And I was
I'm
like, "All right,
crying. Yep.
I see it a little bit." But I don't know. I just wanted to know what the people thought. I will say it is inappropriate to be a naked person when your kids have friends over or it's outside of your house. And
Right.
my husband also tells me, like, oh, our son's growing up. He's 7. He's going to be 8. Like, you need to put some clothes on. And I'm
I was
just
gonna say
like,
that. I was gonna say it's a
no.
gender thing. I think I never saw my dad walking around naked because I'm a girl. My
Right.
mom, I vividly remember, and then
Yeah.
my mom at a certain age because I have a brother, and
Yeah.
so eventually we became a clothes wearing household
Yeah.
because we were older. But when we
For
were younger,
sure.
like maybe 7 and under, 6 and under, yeah,
I think that's
no,
how I feel. Like eventually, when my son gets older, like I'm gonna have to put some clothes on or like
yeah.
do something different. But right now, I'm just like,
He's still at that. He's still at it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He.
But my daughter, we did teach her like, hey girl, you need privacy, all the things. So
Mhm.
we give her that privacy. But my son is unhinged. He will get undressed in the
I'm
hallway and
crying.
then go
Hmm.
walk to the shower. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yep.
Okay,
Crying.
this is very candid. I thought about this because to come do this podcast, I had to walk upstairs and there are 2 windows like just open and it's like the side of our house looking into the neighbor's house. So I can't be as naked of a person as I want to be because the windows, you can see through them and I don't want to put blinds there cuz it's like the aesthetic of like the open
Hmm.
concept. So, yeah. I mean, I
I
guess
have
it will
questions
let
about
some
that
light
too
down.
because there are a lot of people that don't have blinds in their house
Yeah.
and it just be open, and I just
Yeah.
don't understand that. But that's for another episode.
It's the aesthetic. But,
The
like, in the
downstairs,
room, though?
the downstairs, they don't be having blinds.
Oh, no, that's I don't know.
It would be wide open like that.
I have blinds
How's
down.
that safe?
It's not.
I
You
have
know
so
when
many
you drive by
questions.
those big old houses and you can literally see the family and they're,
Exactly.
like,
You can
eating
see,
dinner?
or they have their blinds wide open. Like we can't see directly through your home. It's dark. You have light on the inside. I can see your every move. I can tell that you the layout of your home if I wanted to
Yeah.
go into it.
That is creepy.
Hmm.
I don't know how we got here, but, I just wanna know, is this normal? Is it
I think it
not?
is.
To a certain extent. Like once my kiddos grow up, maybe I'll have underwear on and a bra. Like I'll be more covered up, but I still need to breathe. Like, huh.
Just wear period panties.
Oh.
That's what I wear. I wear a large pair of underwear
I was
at the
gonna
house
say,
if
why does
I,
it have to be
because
period panties?
because period panties are large for me. It's like the big
No,
underwear
I
that
do
are
wear
not
granny
appealing.
panties when I say naked. I will wear like a pair of granny panties because there's
Because those
room
are
to move
comfortable to me.
around.
I know
Yes.
I'm comfortable in a pair of granny panties. I'm
Or
sorry,
if I'm gonna sleep in bottoms, it has to be like a granny panty situation. Like I don't
literally,
want no pants. I don't want
literally.
no, yeah. So, and you also can't sleep in like those cute lingerie No,
No, get off of
no.
me. Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
even talking about that, but also yes,
No, I'm saying I don't want the clothes. Get off. I don't want anything. We've had this conversation. I don't want nothing holding me down. Get
literally
off.
nothing or nobody. All right,
I'm
guys.
done.
We're gonna move into our main topic now. It's so interesting. I have to swing back. I was talking to someone that told me when they were younger, they went to a friend's house and the mom would be on the couch naked. And just that is why I say it's not appropriate for people outside of your home. And I was just
Where is
thinking,
the
like,
discernment?
if
Where is the common
if my
sense?
kid came home and told me that, I would be like, "You're not going over there ever again."
Ever again?
Because why are you doing that? That's
And
inappropriate.
there are no this decision making skills are lacking.
Mm.
And
It
then
was
so now
also
that I
back in the day.
like now that I know that you're just propped up on the couch naked when I have company, I don't think you can make a decision in any other type of
Exactly.
situation because you clearly are not a great decision maker.
No. So I
Mm-mm.
was just like, "Okay, I need to drop that little tidbit in there." I feel like it's okay for you to be a naked person in your house, but not when you have company of any sort.
Correct.
The end.
Period.
Right. So our main topic today, guys, we are gonna swing on over here. This is us moving.
I'm
We're
crying.
gonna talk about support. So I am on the Instagram.
The Instagram is wild.
The Instagram. Let me tell you, and I'm always following people of substance, I feel like. Not all the time. I won't say all the time. But I listen to stuff and it just draws me in. And
I
I'm
have to
trying
point this out. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna point this out real quick. Me and Mariah are very
oh,
similar, but we are also very opposite in our ways of thinking. Mariah is very into like self help, support, and
because I'm
positivity on the
crazy and I
feed.
need to heal myself, Elise.
My social media is shade room, you and gossip, it
I
TV
cannot.
random stuff, and so I was just like, because she that her saying that made me think like, man, we are just in that realm. We are so different in that because I be
Yes.
into the gossip, I be into the the what's the pop culture of it all, but
Yes.
Mariah is into the self help, positivities, do better as a human person type stuff, and I applaud it.
I'm done. You know what? It's about balance. You gotta have a little
Period.
bit of all of it. Cause don't get
Yes,
me wrong, I like a little bit of that.
I'm crying.
Okay, so her name is Your Friend Trin, and I think don't get me to lying, but I think she's like a therapist or something like that. If not, y'all just correct me. I'm so sorry. Y'all should follow her on Instagram though. But she was talking about I believe this was her video because I just watched so many things. She was talking about levels of support or maybe not levels, but like she thinks that it's weird that people will support people that they don't know. And she mentioned like supporting somebody that you might see somewhere and they won't even take a picture with you or something like that. But then when it comes to your friends, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or it's just the support is not there. So I just wanted to talk about the different levels of support because I feel like, just how we kind of compartmentalize our relationships. Like some people are here, some people are here, or it may not even be like a linear comparison. It may just be like, this is the friend that I go to brunch with. This is the friend that I go deep with. This is my church friend, whatever you may have it. I think the levels of support is the same way. But I want to know the support that you expect. Is it based on how deep your relationship is? Or is it just, I want everybody that I know and I expect everybody that I know to support me? Or do you not expect support from anybody? Like, what do you think?
I think it depends on the type of support.
Okay.
I used to own a balloon business and I had so much support from everybody, my family, my friends, that's on the shallow end of it. But support in real stuff in life, I don't think I expect support. I know that I will have support, but I don't expect it. And I think it's because of who I am as a giver of support.
Yeah.
I have to intentionally like write things down and make note of and remind myself to check in on this person or congratulate this person because something nice is happening. I have to, or I could easily get caught in my own world of just nothing and completely forget about everything because I'm just in my own world. And it's
Yeah.
not that I'm intentionally not trying to support people, but I don't be remembering.
Yeah.
And so if I don't make a effort to write it down and say, "Oh, so and so got a job, they start this day, let me give them a good supportive message as they go into their first day," or so and so I have two friends having procedures soon. I have reminders in my calendar to show support, go to the hospital at the end of the day if they have to spend the night. That type of stuff. I have to intentionally do it or I will easily just forget and go about my day. And so with that mindset, I think the same in return. And so I know that there are some people that will make an effort to support me. And then some people are just living their life and I can't fault them for that.
Yeah. I think that's where I am. I don't expect it, I guess. So I feel like I hold myself to a higher standard than I hold other people. Like I expect for me to be supportive as much as I can, but I don't always expect that in return, or I don't expect it in return because I think we hurt our own feelings trying to make people be like we are or expecting people to be how we are or do what we would do, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, I may, like you say, you had a friend that's going to have a procedure. So I may put it on my mind, hey, let me text so and so today because she is having a procedure. But I, in turn, wouldn't get mad if I was having a procedure and that person didn't reach out to me.
Same.
So it's just like, I don't know. The support.
But then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, recently in my mind, and this circles back to me saying all the time that I'm in La La Land. Recently in my brain, I have been like, should I feel a way that this person didn't reach out to me? Should I feel this way? And most times I'm like, girl, shut up, move on. But
Like it's
I
fine.
really am like, I reach out to this person. Should I feel a way? Even though I don't, should I?
Yeah. I often have that question too about keeping in touch with people because it's like a two-way street, right? If I'm not reaching out and you're not reaching out, then neither of us are reaching out. And it's
Yep.
both of our faults if we desire something different. But if the expectation is me keeping up with you, but then in turn you don't have to keep up with me, then I feel like that's not fair. And I kind of feel like that goes in on this support or level of relationship type situation.
And like levels, like you
Yeah.
said, like I said, I have friends having a procedure. These are two very close friends. So my level of support is a little bit different than someone who's just a acquaintance. I would send a message and say, praying for you, sis, keeping you lifted during this. But for these friends, if they have to spend the night or and one of them is having major surgery, so we're making food, we're taking food. I'm going to the hospital to visit. I'm getting flowers. I'm going overboard because that's my friend and I love them. And I don't not love, acquaintances, but it's a different form of, it's a different level of support.
Yeah. And also, I think we're just one person, or like I'm just one person, you're just one person. Everybody is just one person. If we attempted to show the same level of support to every single person that we know, girl, when and how do
Right.
we have the time? I
Right.
don't think that I am in relationship with every person that knows me on the same level. For some
Yes.
people, I'm a best friend. For some people, I'm an acquaintance. For some people, I'm a girl that I know or a girl that I went to school with. Some people, I am texting all day, every day. Some people, I text every now and then. Some people is we didn't talk for 2 months and then we picked up where we left off. Or on the other hand, is we didn't talk for 2 months and then we probably won't talk for
Yeah.
unless I see you type situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having the expectation that everyone that you know is going to show you that same level of support is unrealistic.
I agree. I agree. And
Very
also,
unrealistic.
like, yeah, I don't have the mental capacity for it. I
Yeah.
don't have the capacity. And sometimes I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to offer grace.
For
It's
sure.
important to offer grace. Like right now, and this week, I've noticed that I've been more quiet. Like I'm not. I kind of go to work and I go and I'm working all day. I don't have time to. Like my mom was like, "Girl, you ain't called me. Girl, I've been working. Like I'm
Yeah.
tired. Like I've been at work till
Yeah.
6, 7 o'clock every night."
Yeah.
And so I'm a little bit more quieter in my social life this week. And I noticed that in that moment, let's say that someone needed support, I wouldn't have had the capacity this week to offer this
Yeah.
type of support that I could offer next week when I'm not having to work,
Yeah.
And so the grace is also important in there,
Yeah,
I
for
think,
sure.
to offer
Yeah.
people great people. I need grace and other people need grace.
Yeah. I agree. Well, I don't know.
I
What
think
else?
that I think that support looks so different. Support looks different for different relationships, like you said, but it also looks different in the same relationship.
That's
It
true.
could look like, again, I physically support you in whatever you're going through, or I mentally support you in whatever you're
Right.
going through,
Yeah.
or I don't support you in this time. And sorry, I didn't support you. I'm sorry. I wished you, I prayed for you. I
Yeah.
said, good morning, have a great day, wish you well, and I was done.
Yeah.
That was the support that I could offer you in that moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could offer more support, just
Yeah.
not this time.
Sometimes with I don't know what another term would be, but just like church work, it can be overwhelming because I feel like the expectation is for you to offer support to everyone. And even though it's church, I still may not be able to extend myself to everyone in
Mm-hmm.
the same way. But I
Mm-hmm.
think because it has to do with church, people think like, oh, well, you should show
They
up
can't say
every
no.
time. Yeah.
They
And
can't say
I'm
no.
just
Yes,
like,
I can.
yeah. So this
Yes, I
past
can.
Wednesday, I was supposed to teach the kids in Bible study. I also was drowning at work and I had like a project that I needed to work on that's due soon. And then I had
Mm-hmm.
some other stuff that I needed to do. I don't know why I keep hitting this mic. Um,
LOL.
but so at first I was like, okay, yes, I'll do it. Because originally we had something planned where it was going to be like, oh, I won't have to teach. Like it's just going to be like a fun time and then
Mm-hmm.
I can leave early if I need to. But then the weather didn't permit, so we had to swing back to, okay, we're going to have classes. And originally I said, yes, of course, like it's fine. And then I had to be like, you know what, actually, I can't. Like, I
Yeah.
thought I was going to be able to do it, but I'm not going to be able to do it. And I mean, I gave my reasons. I was like, I'm drowning at work. Like, I have things that I need to do for work. And even that, I feel like sometimes can come across as a lack of support. Like, I'm not supporting, the kids by teaching them, or I'm not fulfilling my obligations. But sometimes you just don't have
Yeah,
it.
and
Yeah.
and you compare that to all the other classes that you have taught.
Yeah, that's true.
All the other classes that you've shown up when other people couldn't.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what my mind thinks too. My mind thinks I'm not there that day. And sorry.
true. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I've
I
definitely
cannot
learned to give myself
eat.
more grace because I can't do it all. I'm just
And
not
talking
crazy.
about church, we're younger. And so the young, and I could go on and on about this. They want young, fresh ideas. They want young, fresh on every single ministry. And it's okay to say no. We recently started the song group again at my church. And the expectation is Elise is in the song group because since I was 12, I've been singing in the song group. This
They said, "Come
season,
on, you got a spot."
in this season, my answer was no. Because I don't have to. Even though I can hold a note, my support is in other areas in this
Yeah,
season in life,
yeah,
and that's okay too. I don't have to support in all things that I am available to support in. I don't have to support in all areas.
yeah,
I support in the areas that I want to,
yeah. I'm very
and
much
that's
in
that.
a if it moves me or if I feel led to do it, I will do it. Otherwise, I'm tired. I could always use an extra nap. I need to start saying no.
LOL,
So
yeah.
I do my best though. Like I might not support by showing up, but I might give a little offering or a little donation.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
let's talk about okay, I got a few more things to talk about for support. So fundraisers are about to take me out. My kids are in a lot of things and you know, to keep these things moving, you need money. And the quickest way to get money is to fundraise besides having
Hmm.
people pay their dues and stuff. So I don't like to fundraise. I'm gonna be real honest. I prefer to just get the kids to the amount where they can get the prize that they want and or the party, the pizza party, whatever it is, and then I'm done.
Yep.
But lately in this climate, the economy is not economying like it used to be. And I even feel guilty asking for people to support the fundraisers, but there's
Hmm.
so many fundraisers. But
Hmm.
I will say, if somebody gives me a fundraiser, unless I forget, because I did forget a few of my Girl Scout people that I always buy cookies from this year because they send it to me through the link. But the people that were like, here, I have the cookies right here, I was like, okay, cool. So I did
Hmm.
forget them. But typically, I will support a fundraiser. Even if I'm just buying a $5 raffle ticket, I will buy
Yep.
one or $20 donation. Here you go. But I noticed that people, it's not reciprocated always with fundraisers. And I'm just like,
People
do
are
I feel a way
narcissists.
about this? I don't know. Should I feel a way? I'm contributing
No,
to your kids' stuff, but then when I
people
ask you, you don't.
people only care about themselves, Mariah. People are narcissists. They only care about themselves. And I'm gonna say, I'll say it. People like that. And okay, granted, you may not have the funds. Okay,
Mhm.
but you probably do. People like that are receivers and they are not givers. That means you are a narcissist. You only care about yourself and you don't care about helping other. I'm just kidding. That's a lot. It's a lot. But it is a level of narcissism, I think. If it constantly happens, it constantly is like, I receive, oh, you helped me. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
I don't have to help you. You don't have to help me, but have some decency.
Yeah. There's some people that I don't even really talk to, but they'll send me their kids' fundraiser stuff. And I'm just like,
Yeah, you're literally, and I think that's okay if they return it. If they return the favor when you send their stuff.
it's to the point where
Or
I don't talk to them enough. I'm not even comfortable sending that to them
oh,
because it's like a money grab, or maybe not a money grab, but just
s-
like I'm desperate for fundraising. I'm
some
not doing
people
that.
don't care because they have a level of narcissism. They only care about their well-being and their children's well-being
Oh,
and their
wait.
family's well-being. They don't care about other people's feelings.
Oh my gosh. So we're doing a fundraiser for church this week, and my daughter is all gung ho about it. And she's like, did you send it to so and so? Did you send it? And I'm like,
Oh,
I sent it. They didn't reply. Like, so I don't know what you want me to do. But
yeah.
I feel like she knows that if somebody sends me something, I will donate or I
Hmm.
will support. So then she thinks, like, oh, well, you did it
They
for them, they're
surely
gonna do
have
it
to
for me, and
support
that
too.
is not the case.
No,
Sorry
it's
to break
not.
it to you, but,
Some
yeah,
people are okay with receiving, and that's it.
yeah. So that's one of the support things I wanted to talk about, and then another one is
I'm unhinged.
Why?
Because I just think it's so like
You about to hop
people
on your
are,
soapbox?
a lot of people are okay with receiving and not just fundraising. A lot
Yeah,
of people are okay with receiving, and then when it comes to their turn to give of themselves, they don't think that they need to.
yeah.
And how is that? That's
I
not
was gonna
okay.
say, are people even aware though, like what reciprocating support looks like? Because I do feel like I've been in some circumstances where I feel like I was giving a lot. I wasn't asking for anything in return, but then it was like later on down the road, that didn't even count. And I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
But and someone might have the argument of, well, you shouldn't give to expect something in return. Kiss
No.
my behind. Kiss my behind. I don't give to expect something in return, but the decency of a human
Yeah.
being, if I give you some type of support,
Hmm.
common sense says, oh, let me support her back because she supported me. That
Yeah.
is just being a good human being.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
tell you
done.
this all the time, Elise. Something that I appreciate with our friendship is that I feel like it's a reciprocal relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, you gave me something, I'm going to give you something. It's like, I know how you feel about me and you know how I feel about you. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes in my friendships in the past or just relationships, you can wonder if the person isn't really good at reciprocating. It does make
Mm-hmm.
you wonder, where are we? What is this? What does this look like for you?
Mm-hmm.
Because to me,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like something completely different. But I
Mm-hmm.
do appreciate my friendships where I feel like the love and the support is reciprocated.
Yeah.
You know
And
how I
it
feel
builds a
behind you
solid
and vice versa.
period. And I feel like it builds a solid, you need community to
Yes,
survive in this
yes,
world.
yes.
And so if you don't have a solid community and a
Mm,
link, like I know that y'all, we're linked in because we've built this community. And if you support me, I know you're gonna support me and I know I'm gonna go to bat for you.
yeah,
And I want those I want the links to grow in my community.
yeah, for
And so
sure.
I know that if I don't show support, I'm gonna lose the support, and everybody needs support to grow and everybody needs
Yeah,
support to make it through this world.
yeah. We're not meant
So
to
if
be
you're
alone.
receiving 24/7 but you're not giving, what are your relationships?
Yeah, that is true.
So
Mm.
I've been fussing for long enough.
You know what? I feel like I'm such an overthinker. Sometimes I don't know how I would even be in a space to only receive. Like I would feel bad or I would feel guilty or you know what I mean?
You're not a
Like,
narcissist.
oh, that's probably a good thing. Okay.
That's a level of narcissism. And I am dead A. I'm not even joking. That is a minor level of narcissism that the person only cares about themselves. So they are okay with receiving. And
Yeah.
then they're done and it's dead to them. They're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Dead. That's narcissism. Hmm.
Well, I'm
Shout
so
out to the
glad.
narcissist.
Dang, not a shout out to the narcissist. Okay.
Like get your head out your butt. Get your head out your butt. Honestly, like it's
Yeah.
not okay to just always need the support. Oh, woe is me. I need the support. I
Oh,
need
that's
girl.
true. But like, did you think about what I need? Oh, that is so
Literally
true.
that. Did you think about I'm the strong friend? Why can't
That's
does the
on your
strong
strong friends, but also like I'm probably gonna reject you. However, like
literally, but
still
fight through
make
it.
the effort. What'd you say?
Fight through that rejection. I'd show up to your house. I'd be like,
And you already
I
know,
will show
girl.
up to your
Listen, I'm
house.
spending the night.
Do not play with me. Austin, get out.
Lord, I'm sure
I'm
in the
kidding,
next
Austin.
6 months or so, I'll have an episode and he'll be calling you.
He'll be like, you told me to get out last time. Come on. But it's needed. It's
Yes,
literally
yes,
I feel so strongly about this
yeah,
because and I think we're the same in that. I
yeah,
go out of my way to make sure that the people that are in my close-knit community feel supported. I go
yeah,
out of my way and I don't do it to expect something. I do it because I know that if it was me that needed it,
yeah,
they would do it for me. So how dare
yeah.
I not support them in anything. Literally,
Yeah.
it could be something good, could be something bad, it could be
Mhm.
financial if I got it, because it could
'Cause we
be
all need some support.
literally that. And if I don't have that community of supportiveness, if that's a word, what is life? Like,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
receiving only. No, that's not
Yeah,
how it works.
yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
I so I'm just gonna piggyback off that and say I too feel very strongly about that. I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second. There have been times, or I can remember this one time in particular. It was within the past, I will say 3 or 4 years. It was when after I graduated from NP school, but I was still working as a nurse. It was like rejection after rejection trying to get a job. Not even just, oh, I went on an interview. It was like, no, we're not hiring new grads. So I was really in a space of, what am I doing? I have this degree, I have the training, but I don't see anything interesting that I want to do. And every time I inquire about it, it's like, oh, well, we're not hiring new grads. So I was over it,
Mm,
feeling very defeated. And I just remember a time, I can't remember what else was happening, but probably like adulthood, motherhood, being stressed about all the things. On top of
mm.
that, I was in my room sobbing. Austin was
Oh.
at work, the kids were at school, and I felt like I didn't have anybody to call. And I
Mm-hmm.
told myself, like, I don't ever want my friends to feel like I feel right now, or like my loved ones or whoever. And I have a mom, I have a sister,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I don't want to
Yep. Yep.
burden them, or like my mom can really be one of those, it's hard. She's like the strong person, so it's hard for her to like relate. And
Yeah.
I know that that's not what I need. Like, I don't need you to fuss at me and tell me like how strong I am and how I just got to get back up. Like, I am beside myself right now. That might push me over the edge.
Yeah. You just need someone to hear you in that
Yes,
moment.
and then my
Mm-hmm.
sister, she has 4 kids of her own. She is a single mom. She's doing great, but I also am like, I don't want to burden her with this. And I was just like, I have friends, but like I just was in a state where I'm just like, I really don't know who I should call, but like I want to call somebody because not that I felt like unwell, like I was gonna hurt myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
I need to vent, or I just need somebody to like bring me some cookies and a smoothie or something.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I was just like, I don't know. And this
Mm-hmm.
was before you and I talked like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I told myself I didn't ever want my friends or my loved ones to feel like that, so that I was going to be more intentional about telling people how I felt. Like, even if it was just like, oh my gosh, if you ever need something, like for real, like call me, I'm here. And I have some friends like I will say that too, and I feel like they kind of blow me off. They're like, okay, girl, like it's fine, whatever. But like, I'm so serious.
Yeah.
Like, you can call me. And if I'm
Mm-hmm.
crying and breaking down, I'm gonna come over there so we can do it together. At least you'll feel
Literally that.
supported. But that's the kind of support I feel like everybody needs from somebody on some level in their
Right.
relationships. And I think it's really important that that's reciprocated, because it's hard to be the friend that people always call on. And not that I feel a way about it at all. I don't think that's the case for me in this season. So I'm just being like generic when I say it. I'm not talking
Mm-hmm.
about me, but like
Yeah.
the strong friend needs a friend as well. She or he may not always have the language to ask for it, because it may be a defense mechanism, because I am big on like, I will figure it out, and I'm
I
not
was
gonna
about
freak
to
you out.
say, I was about to say that. I was like, is there an, because I've had several episodes where I'm just crying here, like,
Mhm,
okay, I just need to cry it out and figure it
mhm.
out. Is it for me, and I guess maybe a question for you too, do you think it's also a defense thing? Like, I don't really need, let me figure it out first before I start to vent.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think most of the time.
Yeah, same for me.
Or I'm also learning to accept help better than I used to. But I think it's one of those things, it's like I have the means and the capacity to figure this out, just not in this moment. I'm too overwhelmed, but I will
Mhm.
figure it out. So let me just
Mhm.
deal with it, and then I will figure it out, and then I'll tell you later that I
Yeah.
had this.
Yeah, that I had this full mental breakdown
Yeah, and I
and
didn't
this
tell
is
you
the
about it.
ending of it. And now I'm telling you about it. Listen up.
But that's typically how it goes for me. I would be like, girl, on Monday, I was like on the
I
floor for 5 hours.
that happened last week, Mariah. The next day, I was like, well, Mariah, I haven't slept for 2 days. Then this is why.
Usually I'm like, girl, me neither.
Yes. But I see what you're saying. It's nice to be able to call and someone just hear you
Yeah.
and support you in that moment. Like, oh, you're not alone having this. I mean, I probably will add to the mental breakdown with my also mental breakdown, but as long as you mental breakdown together,
Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
easier. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. And then I also have the question of, do you feel like there's people in your life, in your circle that would probably be fine with you calling and they would be like, oh my gosh, like I'm here, what do you need? But it's you, like you're the barrier because you're
Yeah.
not calling. And I feel like if I hit this mic one more time, I
LOL.
talk with my hands, so it's hard.
Yes.
Um, I feel like sometimes I'm the problem. Like I want support, but I don't expect support. So then I stop
Yes.
right there at the I don't expect it. So like
Yeah.
just because you want it don't mean you're gonna get it. So I don't even allow myself to like get that far. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, does
I
that
think
make
I'm
sense?
the same. I think I'm the same. I have a good 4 people that I can think of that I can call in a moment of despair,
Mhm.
and they would drop everything if they could. Now, if they're at work and they got
Not
work
call
and
me
things
because
like,
I need to leave
but
work.
LOL. But if they had, if it was something where I needed them, I know that they would be there for me. The question for me in my head when you were saying that is, am I going to what happened here? Am I going to call them?
That's the thing.
Would I call? I'm probably, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm
Probably not.
calling my mama. I'm calling my daddy. I'm calling my daddy first.
Same.
If it's something like that, where I'm
Yeah.
out of, like things are out of my hand. Now, if I'm
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
mental breakdown and I just need to cry and vent, I'm going to cry and vent alone
Yes.
because I need to be alone.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's because when I have a moment of, like this week, when I was overwhelmed with work and I needed to get work done, I went quiet.
Yeah.
I was quiet for during the days. Because I had to focus and figure this out. I had a problem that needed fixing. I
Mhm.
didn't have time to talk about it with other people.
Right. Right.
So maybe that might be it too. Like, I don't have time to talk about this right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Yeah.
I just
And
want to cry it out and feel my
yeah.
feels.
And I think discernment is so like is such an amazing thing because I knew you had the end of the school year coming up and I was
Yeah.
like, you're not texting as much, but I feel
Yeah.
like Elise needs this space.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not ever gonna
Thanks
be
for
like, girl,
that.
why didn't you text me? Why aren't you talking to me? Like,
Jackie did. Jackie said, "You ain't called me for 3 days in a row. I'm
well, did you
trying to
call
get
me,
my
Jackie?
listen. Did you call me?"
I'm sorry.
But no, yeah, I did. And there's weeks that it'll happen, and
Yeah.
there's weeks where I know that you got a lot going on, and we might not talk or text as much, and
Yeah.
I get it, and that's discernment, like you
Yeah, for
said.
sure.
But
Yeah.
I will check, like, I didn't go completely radio silent, but if I did go radio silent, I have no doubt in my mind that you would have texted and been like, "Girl, what's wrong with you?"
I would have called Jared. I would have
Literally that.
been at that
And I
house.
would have been appreciative. I would have. I promise you, I would have been like, man, I've got people in my life
Yeah.
that I know are there if
Yeah.
I do go radio silent one day.
Yeah.
So,
So I recently had a conversation with my dad, maybe a few months ago, where I told him I'm not somebody that talks to my parents every day because I don't live where my parents live. And then we just didn't really establish that like everyday type situation.
hmm
And I don't know if that's normal or not, but I told my dad, and I think this was around the time where this happened, where I had started feeling like if something happens to me and Austin isn't aware of it, I want somebody to be checking for me. I want
yeah,
somebody to be like, is the Mariah okay? Like, where is
yeah.
she? I haven't heard from her. Or like, I don't know. I was gonna say I haven't seen her post on social media, but I don't post. So that would not be a good sign.
Right.
But just like maybe I haven't heard from her when I usually do hear from her. And my dad is a great, amazing dad. I love you, Dad. You're the best dad ever.
Oh,
Um, But he's not somebody that's reaching out all the time. Thinking about me probably every day, all day, but not reaching out because he also works. Like my parents are not that old. Like they're not retired. They have their own jobs, their own lives, their own social lives. Be going to more parties than I do sometimes. But like I just was like, we need to talk every week. It doesn't have to be every day, but every week. And our day is Thursday. And I told him, if I don't
Oh,
reach out to you, then you need to reach out to me because
yeah,
it makes me sad. And I was like, I need to put this in plain language. It makes me sad that you guys don't call me or you guys don't check on me. And I realized that the phone works both ways, which is why I said, like, if I don't reach out to you, which I need to do better about, then you reach out to me. And I feel
yeah,
like that's part of feeling supported in adulthood, like just a parent that's going to check on you and see how things are going or be like, what are y'all doing over there? I think for me, that is support in
oh,
adulthood.
absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely. I'm just a baby.
I
Okay,
keep telling Austin, I'm just a
I'm
girl. Like,
I'm
I
just a
say this
baby.
every day. I'm just a girl. Like,
Yeah, like
I
my
don't know.
feelings, literally my feelings get hurt if I don't talk to my dad as much, but if it comes along with my mom. If I'm talking to my mom, my dad's
You're
probably in the
talking to
background.
him.
But I mean, my feelings be hurt. Why you haven't called? And I should have had my feelings hurt when you didn't call me for 3 days.
Right. I was
You
over
know,
here breaking down.
listen, I'm literally over here having panic attacks. Literally last night in my office, I got this email. I'm gonna TMI. I got this email, and I literally immediately just closed my door and cried.
You
And
were
my
at work in the
sleeves,
evening?
yep, my sleeves of my gray jacket were soaking wet. I was just in there like this. I said, you can't make any noise, but you can let these tears fall." And I did that for like 20 minutes. Then I got up and I stormed to the teachers' classrooms because they also got the email. We made a plan and we moved past it. But that
Yeah.
happens often for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And if in that moment, I don't think I would have reached out. I needed to really, if I was to reach out, all I could say is, I just got this work email that pissed me off and I need to cry. But I couldn't tell you because y'all don't
Yeah.
know what I do for work.
Oh
Y'all
my I
couldn't,
was just sitting here thinking, like, you
you wouldn't
probably
know
have
what to.
support in different places though, like work
Literally that.
support and then life support. You know what I mean?
Literally. And the teachers, we were one accord. I was like, I didn't throw y'all under the bus. I know y'all did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think there's a discrepancy here. And the teachers, supported me there. But I like that you said that. There's support in so many different realms of
Mhm.
life. And you need it all. You
Yeah.
need it all.
Yeah.
Need. And I'm gonna say need, not want,
Yeah.
needed.
I think maybe that I just discovered while we were talking about this, the moral to the story. I think support, like we started saying, comes in different ways from different people depending on where you are in that relationship or in
Mm-hmm.
that friendship or whatever it is. When you talked about the work situation, girl, whew, I I have a cousin that's also in the medical field, but she is like higher up, like administrative hospital, way up there stuff. So whenever I have like a work thing, I call her or I text her because I know that she understands and I know, like you said, like I could call you and tell you, like, I just had this terrible meeting. They said XYZ, and you would be like, dang, that sucks. I'm
I
here
sure would.
though.
I'd be like, "Ooh, I wish I could help you, but I don't know
Yes,
what you talk about."
but I know, like, talking to her, I can talk through what happened, what the next step is, what I should say the next time I encounter this, or if I should call another meeting or XYZ. So I'm thinking it's nice to have that support in that capacity too. I don't talk to her
Yes.
every day, but I know
Yeah.
if I call her, she's gonna answer the phone or she's gonna call me back. So yeah, I think the moral to the story is lean into your support wherever
Yeah.
you get it.
And I wanted to
And
mention,
oh, go ahead.
I didn't. I keep cutting you off. I'm
No,
so
it's
sorry.
a combo. I like
But yes, but I am working on not cutting people off
I'm
because
the
it's the
worst at it, so
ADHD. I cut you off because I don't want to. I relate so much, and I'm like,
yes,
I want
and
to
my
say
brain is always, like, processing, like,
yes.
5 times ahead. Yes.
So I've worked on it, and I think I've done better. This has taught me to, wait to your turn. So I'm thankful. Anywho, I wanted to mention, you said earlier that speaking about different I just realized I didn't put my phone on D&D. But anywho, speaking about different friends and how often you may speak, but still having the same level of support, I was thinking that in my 3 or 4 friends that I have that I know will support me no matter what, um, I have one friend that I probably would go weeks without talking to if I didn't send my weekly check-in with her. Or months, because she's kind of like me. We're very similar in the aspect of we could easily fall into our own routine and our own lives, and not on purpose be
Right.
ignoring people, but just not do it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I know, and I'm talking about Danita because she gonna know who I'm talking about.
Hey,
I
Danita
know,
girl.
I know that if I called Danita right now and said, Danita, I need you to come to this house right now. And if she was at work, if she was at home, if, either way, I know Danita would be at this house right now in
Yes.
the next 20 minutes.
Yes.
And so I wanted to touch on the communication, not the level of communication, but the frequency
Not the
of
quantity,
communication.
the quality.
Yes, literally that. It's not some friends I talk to every day, all day. Some friends I don't ever talk to. Some friends it's once a month. But knowing that there are one of each, basically. I've got one of each. I got one that I talk to all day. I got one that I probably touched on once a week, and then I got one that I could go months without talking to. But all 3 of you have the same support. And that's something that is necessary too. Because I don't know if I could keep up a relationship of talking to 3 people all day, every day.
Same. I was just about to circle back to say, like, listen, I have tried literally to be intentional about being and staying in relationship with people. And then just recently, I was like, girl, it's impossible. Like,
Yes.
it's okay if you only talk to that person whenever y'all's daughters gets together once every few months because they live on opposite sides of town. It's okay. I have a friend that we send memes back and forth all day. I can't tell you how we probably don't even talk on the phone.
I love that.
Once every 6 months, but those memes stay coming.
I love that.
And I'm talking
That's
about
hilarious.
you, Tabitha.
I love that so much.
So we'll like reply at the meme, or then like if we're gonna get the girls together, we will text about that or like some random stuff. But we don't talk often, but I know the love is there.
Yes.
I know if I ever needed Tabitha, I could call her, or if she ever needed me, she could call me. But then also it's one of those situations where I'm like, I'm not about to bother Tabitha. Like Tabitha's way over there, like minding her business. So I think, I don't know, for me, the lesson is I have to be okay with there being different levels of support or even different levels of relationship, because it's just impossible. Like, I am not God. I cannot be in all these places at one time, but I never wanted to come across as if I don't value the relationship or the friendship. I just think naturally in life, it could be seasons, it could be distance, location, proximity, all the things. I think a lot of that plays into where you are in your relationships. And then when it doesn't, like, I feel like if I moved away today, I would still text you every day. I would tell you about my neighbor in Oklahoma who getting on my nerves. Like,
and we getting on when our road trip is in 2 weeks. So we'll be there to meet them.
Friends, I feel like if they move away, I'm probably not going to talk to them often.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's life. But I will support them from afar. If you'll keep my fundraiser, send it to me, girl. I'm gonna purchase something. Or even if you have a new business venture, let me know. I might not be able to come, but I will buy something or donate something. I don't know. I think it's just important for me to show support, but I don't always expect the support back, and that's okay.
Yeah, and I would think my lesson in this is the same as yours, and just being confident in the relationships that I've built and how they are different.
Yeah.
And so I'm confident in the support, even though this relationship looks different from this relationship. I know that the support is the same in both of them.
They don't always have to look the same.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That was great.
Great conversation. It took me a minute to kind of like get out what I was trying to say. But, listen,
I loved it.
I've called people narcissists. I look like Oprah to y'all. No, I'm just saying.
Get her a show. Get her a show.
Bye, Elise. No, I'm joking. Okay, we're gonna jump on over to our wellness wave now, and that's also me. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking back
I
to
may
back.
I may come up with a segment. I don't
Okay,
know.
yes,
I was like, when you texted, I was like, maybe I should come up with some
you
type of
should.
thing. I don't know what I'm passionate about yet, though. So
Remember, we're like
I'll come.
evolving and growing. So
Yeah,
whatever
absolutely.
you think
I'll come
about it.
back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, so y'all know every week we do, or every time we have an episode, we do a wellness wave. It is the summertime out here, y'all. It is hot. The sun is beaming down in the state of Texas. Wherever you
Yes, it
are, I know it's
is.
hot in Texas. But I recently listened to an episode of The Friend Zone. Forever shouting them out. My God.
What are you talking about today?
About skin. So they had a dermatologist on. They
Oh,
had Dustin's cousin, and
yeah.
she talked about, skin stuff because she's a
Mm-hmm.
dermatologist. And then it made me think about sunscreen because she
Mm-hmm.
mentioned Black people can get skin cancer. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
that, but I don't know if the people believe it. And she made a comment that something about if you get a tan, basically
Yes.
that is your skin screaming for help, like, "Girl, I did everything I could to try to protect you," basically.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I started thinking about how I will put my kids on some sunscreen like nobody's business. Like,
Oh
we
my
were
God, I
not.
have to say this.
Oh, go. You
We
go.
were at the track meet and you had gone to watch Amari. That Makai said, it's time for my sunscreen. Get it right now. Out the bag. Miss Elise, I said, where is it? Where's the sunscreen? Where is it at?
Yes,
I
because
said, get it right now.
the timer has
And
gone
he
off.
put that baby, he put that. I said, wait a minute, let me get it up here. He put
Yes,
that stuff
you gotta get
on
it
when
on
he
your neck.
said he had.
Listen, so I've always put sunscreen on my kids, but admittedly, I have not always reapplied. I've been like, oh, you got it. You're not leaving until we get the sunscreen on, but now we're outside for several hours. I probably didn't apply it. But lately, I was like, you know what? I don't want to get skin cancer. I don't want my kids to get skin cancer. I want to try to prevent whatever I can. So I was like, we need to reapply at least every 2 hours. So I set a timer on my phone was it the last track meet I did it? Maybe. For every hour and a half, and then I gave myself like a 30-minute grace window. You don't have to get this strategic with it, but I wanted to see if it worked because I think most of the sunscreen bottles say reapply like every 2 to 3 hours. So I was like, if I reapply every 2 hours, is it going to prevent me from getting a tan? Because you can tan in like 5 minutes, no joke. You don't even have to be out there that long. That's what I'm saying. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to stay in the shade, but also there's gonna be some points where I'm not in the shade. So let me see if applying it every hour and a half to 2 hours works. I did not get a tan at all. And I had on
Really?
shorts. Yes, I reapplied at least every 2 hours and I did not tan at all. The weekend before, I put it on once. I was in the sun and I tanned. So I'm here to tell y'all, reapply the sunscreen. And my wellness wave was not even the sunscreen itself. Or about applying it. I was going to talk about the brand Black Girl Sunscreen.
Yeah.
So it comes in like a black bottle. It's small, y'all. It's like
Mm-hmm. Gold writing.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a little expensive, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I'm here to support a Black business. And they
Yeah.
also have a kids version. I think it comes in a yellow bottle, and that one's the sprayable kind. I want to say that SPF is higher, actually, the kids version. But yeah, I like Black Girl sunscreen. I love that it doesn't leave that white cast, so you can put it
Mm-hmm.
on your face, you can put it all over, you don't look ashy. Sometimes if I forget my moisturizer that has sunscreen in it, I will put that sunscreen on because you need to have sunscreen on your face daily
Okay, I
for
was gonna ask
melanin,
that.
for
Do
your
you have it in
melanated
your?
skin.
Yes, I was gonna. I do. I was gonna ask. Do you have it in your morning
Yes,
routine?
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a tinted moisturizer now
Yes.
that Miss Dustin's cousin Um,
I forget her
dermatologist,
name.
board certified. I forgot your name.
Doctor.
I'm so sorry. Dr. Dustin's cousin.
Yeah.
I am gonna get a tinted one. So that was like a game changer. But yeah,
Yeah.
so Black Girl Sunscreen, use it, reapply it every 2 hours. It does make a difference. I had my kids bathing in that sunscreen. Those people probably thought I was crazy. I was like, okay, come here,
LOL.
let's reapply. But I want to set them up for success, and I just don't want their skin to be bad and crispy and dry.
Yeah. I was gonna mention I keep hearing this brand Supergoop, and they mentioned it on there too.
Okay.
And Fran has mentioned it too
Mhm.
previously. And when I was looking up sunscreens, because Black Girl Sunscreen, love them, love y'all bad, but it's very oily. And I guess any
Ah, yes.
sunscreen leaves me,
Yes.
and I'm already oily. So
Mhm.
by the end of the day, I was looking like I had dunked my face in a vat
Fryer.
of vegetable oil. So I'm looking for something, a replacement, or just something I can do to create some type of barrier with that
Yeah.
oiliness and that sunscreen mix.
Yeah.
I've been using a moisturizer with sunscreen in it, and I'm not as oily than
Mhm.
rather than just putting direct sunscreen on
Right.
top, you
Right.
know? So I think I want to try Supergoop. It ain't cheap either, but
None of the good
I want to
stuff
see what it
is.
does, because
Listen.
they say it doesn't make you look like Casper either.
Yeah. But we
So
gonna pay for a good product.
period. I sure will. Just like that, because we're not supposed tanning. That was a epiphany for me. But I've been self tanning, and so that self tanner ain't cheap. It was not cheap, but it is now that I know I can't. Because I'm the type that will go and purposely tan in the sun. I want to
Mhm.
be darker. I
Mhm.
want, because it covers those dark marks on my
Yes.
face.
Gives you that
I
glow.
want it, yes, but now I'm gonna have to do my self tanner in place of real
Yes.
tan.
Yes. See,
Womp womp.
listen, these podcasts be dropping some gems. I'm a
Literally.
podcast girly through and through. I love to hear people talk.
Me too. What is it?
I don't
I've
know.
listened today. Kev on Stage. Well, yesterday, Kev on Stage recorded his podcast. I saw this on the internet and on his Patreon, because I am a Patreon member for Kev on Stage and the Friend Zone, because I'm actually obsessed. He does a 7-hour video and he runs they record all the episodes in one day.
Oh.
Why? That's probably why I wasn't texting,
For like
because
7
I
weeks
was.
straight?
No, he drops them, I think, every other week, but they
Oh.
record them all in one day.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I meant. Sorry. That
Oh,
7
yes.
hours, is that gonna be like 7
They do a
weeks worth
lunch
of
break,
content?
and then, yes, it's like 45-minute episodes he'll make
Okay.
out of it. But they record it all in one, and he live streams it on the Patreon. I listened to it and I got so much work done. I don't know what it is that makes me focus when I'm hearing people talk, ramble in the
Yeah.
background, but I had it on from 8 a.m. until I left. Well, it ran out at like 4. And then I had to put on another podcast.
Let me tell you, I don't know what it is, but sometimes if I'm in the car and I have caught up on all the episodes, I'm like fiending. I'm like, what can I
Yes,
listen
I
to?
go
I
to
need
an
to find
old
something to listen
episode.
to.
Yes, I go to an old episode, or I'll re-listen to an episode that I've recently listened
Yeah.
to.
I
It's
prefer that over the radio. I don't know what it is, but I love to hear people talk. This is probably why we're doing a podcast ourselves, at least.
listen, when you figure it out, let me know, because I really want to know, like, what is, because every time people come in my office, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you in a meeting?" I'm like, "Girl, no, it's a podcast."
Yes.
That's how I get my work done. Unless you don't want me to get anything done, I'm gonna have this podcast on.
Okay, I have a question. This is not about wellness or anything. Are we okay?
What is it?
Right, it's not that big of a deal, but you guys know we are some melanated, beautiful women, and we are in society where we are the minority. I work with a lot of people. I am probably one of 2 melanated people where I work, so a lot. Are we gatekeeping the podcast for us? Or okay, so let me tell you. One of my friends, there was something on Getting Grown. We just love y'all's whole friend group. We already said this on another episode.
Yes.
So I was listening to Getting Grown, and they were talking about something that I had talked to one of my non-melanated friends about. And I was like, I should send this to her. But then I was like, do I send her the whole podcast? Because it's not going to be relatable for her.
Well,
Or
yeah.
do I so what I did was I screen recorded that particular part. I didn't send it, but I'm gonna fight this microphone.
Uh,
My question is, are we gatekeeping and why? So my reasoning was there's stuff on there that I can relate to that I do not bat an eye about.
yep,
Like
yep,
when people say the N word, those are our people. They
yep,
can say it. I'm okay with that.
yeah.
But I can't send that to other people that don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, now that
no.
you have said this, I think that I have been gatekeeping without knowing.
Okay.
Okay, let me explain. There are some times when I listen to my podcast out loud. I
Mhm.
listen to several podcasts. I listen to Normal Gossip, which is more of a generalized podcast. It's not
Yeah.
very niche to a culture. I've just realized in this moment that I listen to that podcast without my AirPods in at work.
Mhm.
And I don't care if someone walks in and hears it.
Huh?
But when I have on Getting Grown or Friend Zone or Kev on Stage, I
Yes.
I instinctively, is that the word?
Yes.
Instinct is to put in my AirPods in case something is said out of the norm of what my non-melanin coworkers are used to.
Yes,
I just
that's what
realized
it
that
is.
in my in because I also listen to true crime.
Uh-huh.
I listen to it all out loud.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, y'all walked in on it. But if it's like a one of us's podcast, I put my AirPods in. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm just like, I want this. uh, I think support is support. Like the people don't care who listen to the podcast, but it's
Yeah.
like for me, I'm like, this is for us, or
Yeah.
like
I
I
don't, oh
don't.
my goodness. And then they'll be like, what you listen to? And I'll be like, just a podcast. Just a little something.
This is when I really noticed it. Was it last year? It was a while ago before we started doing a podcast.
Hmm.
We were on service, meaning like I was working in the hospital and we have like a team. So we have like a lead doctor, we have a nurse practitioner, we have like a resident, a doctor in training, all the things. So we were talking about podcasts and I was saying how like my drive is better when I have my podcast on and I listen to my favorite podcast. And then the question that I hate getting, oh, what do you listen to?
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, I mean, nothing super interesting."
You need to have one that you can always
So
go
I
to.
did.
Mine is
I
Normal
have
Gossip.
my ram in the bush. It was the Michelle Obama podcast because what the people like is Michelle Obama because
Yes.
they feel like she is classy and they feel like she not like us. Michelle is like us. I'm here to tell you, but
Period.
it feels safe to tell them that I listen to the Michelle Obama podcast. So I
Yeah.
told them that, but I didn't tell them the other ones because I was like, first of all, I feel like y'all gonna judge me. Not that
Yep.
I care, but like also get out of my business. That's
Yep.
mostly what it is. Like, I don't want you in my business. I don't want you trying to draw conclusions about me when you don't know, because you really don't know me. You just know
Right.
work me. And that could be completely different depending on the day.
Literally that. Literally that.
I was just
Yes.
thinking, and this was not to my non-melanated friend. This is to the other people I was talking about. I guess I was worried about like how it's gonna come off, or like I think it's just like having to explain it. Like if I send you a podcast and they are saying the N word and they talking about stuff, I don't feel a way about it. Like
Literally.
I don't feel the need to explain that or think twice about it. But
And also turn it off if you're
yeah,
offended. Like the listener, not you, but like
yeah.
the
No, I know
receiver.
what you're saying.
If you don't want to hear that, then turn it off.
Yeah. I don't know. I just be big, especially at work, into like not get out of my business. So
Yeah.
even sharing a podcast to me feels like you're in my business.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
can
know.
see that for you, but for me, I've been at my job so long that I no longer code switch when I'm not in an art meeting. I can't.
Mm.
You guys know me. You've watched me grow up from the age of 21 to now.
For a
You
baby.
I was a baby. You've seen me get married. You've seen me graduate with 2 degrees. Y'all done seen every aspect of me. There's no more code switching. Y'all know me, and you're gonna know me every day until the day that I leave. So I think, and I said that to say, like, I don't know why I'm gatekeeping my podcast. Y'all know who I am.
Yeah.
You know?
I
So
the code switching is real. I think
mhm. I don't
I'm
code switch
big
no
on
mo.
like safe spaces. Like,
Yeah.
this
No,
needs to be
okay,
another
okay.
episode.
I see what you're saying, and we need to do this next week
Okay.
because code switching there are levels to code switching.
Yes.
So I'm not going deep with my code switching at work. I am talking probably like this. This
Yes.
is code switching me. This ain't my work. This isn't my art voice. This
Yeah.
isn't my I'm authority administration voice. This ain't that. This is code. This is surface level code switching.
Yeah.
I got a deeper code switch in me.
Listen, we're putting a pin in this and we are circling back because listen.
Yes. Yeah, I like that.
My barely code switch is me taking out B when I talk, like,
And saying ain't any y'all.
I be going like,
yes.
okay, I'm gonna take out the B. I ain't gonna say that. That's okay. Surface level.
Listen,
going
and gonna, literally going and gonna, whatever. But okay, yes, I love that. Let's switch it on down to the feed frenzy. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Were you done?
About on the feed? No, I'm
yeah. Okay, my feed frenzy isn't as lighthearted as it normally is. My feed frenzy is there is currently something going on in social media world. There's a really big creator. I don't really honestly know her name, but if I knew it, I wouldn't say it. Oh no, I do know her name. I'm not gonna say it. There's a big creator on, I think, social media. I mean, on TikTok mainly, and allegedly, she lost her child recently due to an event in their backyard. If you can put those together, put that together.
And I'm not even on social media that often, and I already know.
Yes, she had a backyard. She allegedly lost her child. The audacity of viewers and social media users to think that they are deserved the right to know about this lady and the goings on of her child possibly having left this earth. The audacity that you think that you are the first person that should know, viewers, is baffling to me.
Yeah, it's wild beyond wild.
Baffling to me that you think that you deserve to be in the line of people that have the right to know just because she has put her life on TikTok up until now.
Right.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
I have been getting so frustrated with the people and their audacity to think that you get rights to this very vulnerable, traumatic, devastating time in this young mom's life if it has happened. I'm not going to say it has happened because she hasn't spoken on it, but I don't know if it has been officially reported. I don't know.
I think that's the downside to social media is this feeling of it's a fake connection, but basically you are at the disposal of my phone or like wherever I can access you. And it's like it's a fake access and like you don't know these people, but that is one of the downsides to social media. Like people feel like emboldened to be in your home or in your household or like in all the goings on of your life. No, it's
and
not
also
okay.
have some respect. And I think just specifically in this case, I have some respect for this young girl who has unhinged, like even like
they don't have respect.
Yes, like in regular life, in my daily life, if I know of someone who has lost somebody, they're not super close to me, they're not immediate family, but I know of I'm going to probably, first of all, I approach this very oddly. I don't say anything for about a week.
Agree.
I give them a week to feel their feels. And then depending on the relationship, I'll send a text of caring and love and saying that I will support you with whatever you need. I will send a text or I'll call or I'll leave a voicemail or something. I give people space because I think I would want space.
Yeah.
Some people are overbearing and they're like, oh, I need to go over there right now and hug on her and love on her. Some people don't want all that. But anywho, I said that to say, with people in my own daily life, I don't overbear them. So someone that I only know through TikTok, you won't catch me posting on their page. Why won't you? We know what has happened. Sending prayers and love.
Like, first of all, don't pray for me. I'm big on that. Don't pray for
I
me
don't
unless
even.
I ask
Yeah,
you to.
who you praying to? What if your
Right.
prayers got a kink in them? What if
Exactly.
your prayer line got a kink in it?
Don't pray for me.
Not
Please.
interested in it. Don't.
Respectfully, please don't pray for me unless I ask you to.
I don't know. It just makes me so mad that people have it's the audacity of people. I try to be so and we've talked about this before. I try to think about how people will receive what I do.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting upset. What
We
makes you think
understand.
it is okay to post on somebody's page who allegedly has lost their young child in the traumatic way that is allegedly happened? What
Yeah.
makes it think you think that this person is scrolling through TikTok reading your millions of comments right now?
I think even just to bring it back to like reality, because these people are not living in reality
That's
because
right.
it's insane. When an event like that happens and people are overbearing or they need to be the first one to be there, they need to, what do you need? How can I help? Let me do this, let me do that. Like, it's giving selfish and it's giving I want
Performative.
attention. Like, is it genuine? Girl, I don't need all that. Or
That's
maybe not,
right.
I don't need all that, but like, God
Give me
forbid.
us some space to breathe.
Okay, let's say your 150-year-old grandmother, Elise, passed away. She was 150. She lived a great life.
Yeah,
Um,
it was time.
yes, and you are very upset about it.
Oh, just kidding. I'm
But I
devastated.
mean, yes, it was time, but also, you can be sad. I cannot see me being like, Elise, what can I do? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Are
I
you okay? Answer the phone. Why haven't you told us what happened?
Or
Why
like,
haven't
why
you?
didn't you tell me? Why didn't you call me? Like, it's a lot. Even like faking this scenario feels like a lot for me because I'm
Yeah,
like, ooh, people are really like this.
I could see silent moves of support from each of us. I could
Yeah,
see silent moves of support,
yeah.
but I would dare
I
it
might text
because there's
Jared
a
and be
reason.
like, how's Elise? Like,
Yes,
y'all need
there's a
me?
reason you haven't reached out to
Let
me.
me know. Yes,
There's
but
a
like,
because naturally you would. So there's something like there's a reason that she needs her space. Why
yes,
can't y'all read
you
between the
gotta read
lines?
the room. You gotta read
Literally
the
that.
room. But no, I feel like it's giving selfish, even on but social media is like a whole nother level.
Oh,
But
you're right.
even
You're right.
in like real life, I feel like it's giving ulterior motives. Like, why are you
Yes.
doing this? Because they probably don't want that. And
Hmm.
then let them come to you. I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot.
And I started out in the feed frenzy started out with the audacity of these people thinking that she owes them any type of explanation. But
Right.
then it turned into the audacity. Not even that's not audacity. That is give me a word for not being not ignorant, but you are completely oblivious to what
Yes.
the proper action should be in this
Yes.
moment.
Yes.
You're oblivious to what is actually happening right
But
now.
out of selfish intent, like I feel like there are people that want to, I don't
Be the
know.
savior of the day.
Yeah,
They want to
like,
be the savior of the situation.
okay,
Yeah.
sir. Okay, ma'am. That's cool. Like, y'all circle back. Let me know what y'all need when y'all need it. I'm here. You know
Yeah.
I'm here.
I've
But
always thought that too. I have always in my head been like, y'all don't think this person y'all don't think this person don't want to be bothered?
that,
And then in my head I would be like, maybe that this is what you're supposed to do. Go out and try to, help in every way possible. That's just not me.
yeah, agreed. And
Cause I wouldn't want that. Please
yeah,
get out of my face right now.
yeah. You can drop me off some DoorDash. I'll appreciate
Yeah,
that.
again, you can send me a gift card virtually.
But yeah, I
And that's
think
that.
that's crazy. I think social media has the gall of people is just insane. Like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
would you even
Yeah.
why?
And the argument that because she's chosen to share all her life, all is crazy
No.
because you don't know if she shared all of her life with you. You only know what she shared with you.
Right.
So for you to think that you know every aspect of her everything
Mhm.
is insane of you. You are
And some
ignorant.
people think like I have heard influencers say like, yes, like this is real life for me. Like I am being 100% transparent on social media, and that's fine. But like for some people, they are not. They may just be
Yeah.
giving you the highlight reel, and that's
Mhm.
fine because it's a job. Like she's
Yes.
getting her bag. She doesn't have to give you everything on social media, but she is probably using it to her advantage just like everybody else does. But that
Oh,
doesn't mean
absolutely.
like she is giving you the A to Z of her everyday life, and that
And she
is
don't have to.
okay. Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I see that talking about toothpaste is what works on this little app and that's working for me, and I only have to talk about toothpaste, that's all I'm going to do. But that
Period.
doesn't mean like when something else comes along that I have to talk about that too. I don't have to, and neither does she.
Period. Especially something traumatic that way.
Yes.
And have y'all is anybody worried about her health?
No.
Is anybody worried about her
No,
mental
they're
health?
selfish. They're worried about them being in the know of some person that they probably will never cross paths with in real life.
That's
Like,
right.
why? Why are y'all obsessed with people y'all don't know for real?
That's right. That's
Y'all are
right.
the problem, not them.
Th-
You are the crazy one. Now I done got mad because what is
That's
happening?
I can only imagine on top of I don't even want to think about it. I can only imagine the grief that's taken over their family if this
Yes.
has happened allegedly. The grief that would have taken over their family on top of, and I pray that she just has her phone on D&D. I
Yeah.
pray that she's not on these socials. I pray that she's not reading through any of this
Yeah.
stuff. The stuff that people are saying is outrageous, insensitive, and foolish.
Yeah.
So I'm done talking about it because I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna start posting stuff and cussing
Yes,
people out,
because
and I'm
why are
saved.
people like this?
Yeah. So with that, I've realized that we don't really shout out, like we don't tell people to follow us and anything. So I want to start sticking that in there.
Yes.
So follow us on our socials, the Sister Series Podcast on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And we're starting to post YouTube shorts. So go look at our shorts. I meant to text you that. I didn't text you about it, but
That's
we're going to start
okay.
posting shorts.
We
We're gonna,
just gotta fall in line. Like, cool. This is
yeah,
where we
I
going.
meant to send
This is
you.
where we
I think it's something I forgot to respond to when I was having probably one of the mental breakdowns at work.
missed it.
I'm going to tell what happened. I posted right before I went into work. I posted in my car and I said, when I get in my office, I'm going to text Mariah back because I think you had texted me. And I said, I'm going to tell her that we should start posting shorts to get our YouTube up. And then when I walked into work, chaos ensued.
Yes.
Literal chaos before I even get in my office and open my door. And I had to tell everybody, can I get in my office?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I just needed to get that out. But anywho, follow us on socials. You can find our socials in the body. That's crazy. In the notes of our post.
I mean, it's a body, right? That's what they
I
call
guess
it in
so. Okay,
English.
great. The notes of our post, the body of our post, and then if you follow us, please leave us a comment on our socials.
Positive comments only. We don't care about the other ones.
Literally, we had a negative today, and all I responded was "oop."
Oh, did we?
It's on Facebook. Go read it.
Because
But
like what?
okay, cry me a river.
It's probably from somebody related to me. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, I don't think so. Oh, I
Oh.
hope not. But I don't think so. I think it was a random account.
Regardless, irregardless,
Okay.
I don't care.
But anywho, follow us on social medias. Tune in every Thursday. We try to drop a new episode every Thursday. Some weeks we have bye weeks when we need a little break, like we did
and
last
that's our
week.
business.
And that's our business, and we're gonna do what we want to do. But you can go back and listen to one of the old videos. But in the meantime, sometimes we rock it.
And sometimes we get rocked, especially when we don't mind the business that pays us.
Period.
But either way,
we rock it.
bye.
Toodles.
Thank you so much for watching our podcast. This episode and every episode is produced by Elise and Mariah.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, where you can watch our full episode at the Sister Series Podcast.
Also, follow us on socials, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Sister Series Podcast.
See you next time.